What if I told you that the bread you've been innocently tossing into your supermarket cart could be a wolf in sheep's clothing? Yes, that's right. The seemingly innocuous loaf of bread that promises to be a wholesome part of your daily meals might just be hiding a darker truth. In the recent years, a series of studies from the far corners of the globe, China and Australia, have turned the spotlight on something we've been taking for granted: our supermarket bread. These studies have raised concerns about the health risks associated with consuming ultra-processed foods, a category that our beloved bread unfortunately falls into. Now you might be wondering, what exactly are ultra-processed foods? These are foods that have been heavily manipulated and contain additives not typically used in home cooking. They tend to be low in fiber and high in sugar and calories. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? But why does this matter? Well, these studies have linked high consumption of such foods to heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure, and even early death. Indeed, the processing itself, rather than just the nutritional content, seems to be the culprit behind these health hazards. However, it's important to remember that not all bread is created equal, or should I say, ultra-processed. Some varieties, especially those with minimal additives and higher fiber content, can still find a place in your shopping cart. So, next time you reach for that supermarket loaf, you might just be grabbing a handful of health risks. I know you're probably thinking, not my bread, it's just a harmless loaf. But my dear friends, let's delve deeper. You see, the supermarket loaf, a staple of our daily meals, isn't as innocent as it appears. It's like that charming rogue in a mystery novel who turns out to be the villain. I mean, who would suspect bread, right? Well, recent studies from China and Australia have thrown a spotlight on this unsuspecting culprit. These studies have shown a link between the consumption of ultra-processed foods like our beloved bread and health risks such as heart attacks, strokes, and high blood pressure. Now that's a plot twist none of us saw coming. So what makes this loaf so unhealthy? Well, in the case of bread, it's usually the additives. And oh, the additives, they're like the uninvited guests at a party causing all sorts of havoc. They're there to extend the shelf life of the bread, but at what cost to our health? Then there's the issue of fiber, or rather the lack thereof. Many supermarket loaves are low in fiber, which we all know is essential for a healthy digestive system. It's like going on a road trip with no GPS. You're bound to get lost. And let's not forget about sugar. Some breads are sweetened more than a grandmother's compliment. High sugar content can lead to various health issues like diabetes and obesity. It's like a Trojan horse, sweet on the outside, danger on the inside. Now let's talk about those long, complicated names of additives. If you need a degree in linguistics to pronounce the ingredients on the label, then it's probably not the best choice for your health. I mean, dihydrogen monoxide. That's just a fancy name for water. So the next time you see a bread label with more syllables than a Shakespearean sonnet, think twice. Now don't go tossing out all your bread just yet. Not all heroes wear capes, and not all bread is a villain in disguise. Let's take a breather and remind ourselves that while some bread might be on the naughty list, others are here to save the day. Let's talk about the superheroes of the bread world. First up, we have wholemeal sourdough. This is no ordinary bread, it's a bakery's work of art. Crafted with love, patience, and yes, a little bit of science, wholemeal sourdough is packed with fiber, keeping you fuller for longer. It's like the Batman of bread, dark, mysterious, and always there for you when you need it. Next, let's welcome the bread with a variety of grains and seeds. It's like the Avengers team of bread, each grain and seed bringing a unique power to the table. They're full of fiber, protein, and essential nutrients that your body needs to function at its best. It's like having a team of superheroes fighting for your health with every bite. And let's not forget our friend, the humble whole grain loaf, brimming with all the good stuff, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This bread doesn't need to hide behind any fancy masks or capes. It's the everyday hero of your breakfast table. But remember, even superheroes need to be chosen wisely. Just because it's dressed in a whole grain or whole wheat costume doesn't mean it's the real deal. Be a smart sidekick and check the ingredients. The fewer the better. And make sure whole grains or whole wheat is the first one listed. So don't fear the bread aisle. Embrace it. Arm yourself with knowledge and you'll never fall for the villainous loaf again. Because remember, it's not about fearing the bread, it's about choosing the right kind. So we've unveiled the truth about supermarket bread and found some healthier alternatives. But what's the final verdict? Well, let's journey through the crumb trail we've left behind in this video. We've learned that supermarket bread isn't always what it's need out to be. The studies from China and Australia have shown us that ultra-processed foods, including our beloved sliced bread, can be associated with health risks such as heart attacks, strokes, and high blood pressure. It's a tough pill to swallow, or should I say, a tough loaf to slice. We've also discovered that it's not just the nutritional content that's the issue. The process of creating these loaves with additives not typically used in our home kitchens can contribute to the negative health effects. Picture this. You're at home, baking bread. You reach for the bag of industrial additives, said no one ever. But before you toss your toaster, remember, it's not all doom and gloom. We've also explored the healthier alternatives. Wholemeal sourdough, breads packed with a variety of grains and seeds. These are the superheroes in the world of loaves. They're high in fiber and free from the villainous industrial additives. And let's not forget about our friend from North Dakota, Stephen, who grows fava beans for Beyond Meat. His story reminds us that plant-based alternatives are not only possible, but also nutritious and heart-healthy. So, in our journey through the bread aisle, we've learned to look beyond the packaging. Just because it's convenient doesn't mean it's the best choice for our health. It's about making informed decisions. Next time you're in the supermarket, remember, not all bread is created equal. Choose wisely, my friends, and may the grains be ever in your favor. If this video has been of great help to you, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Wholesome Living Insights, your healthy path to vitality.